6,
Jerusalem.
5, 4.
What is you
No,
counting,
3.
dog?
Let me stop counting.
Yeah,
Mine
cause
say complete.
yeah, exactly. You
We
behind.
live?
We live.
Oh, I'm behind. Oh, my bad. I left, man. My
We
bad.
is
Okay,
live.
live. All right. We is live. We is. So it
Exactly.
is we ain't
So for
live.
those who were just tuning in, welcome y'all. This is Millionaire M.A.N Cave question of the week segment. Well, we pretty much give y'all the question of the week. We ain't gonna give y'all too much more, but other than just the question of the week. And we're gonna talk about a little bit of this, that, and the third. If y'all have not had an opportunity to subscribe to Relationship Entertainment Television (RETV) YouTube page, go ahead and subscribe to the RETV YouTube page. Go ahead and subscribe to us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all them other spots that Relationship Entertainment Television can be found. Yo, this is a black-owned network. And we are doing big things. So please feel free to support and share this with as many people as possible, because this will become a household name at some point in time. And these guys that you see on the screen, to my left, to my right, and down below, yo, this is about to be big. It's about to be big. Matter of fact, I got to give a shout out to y'all know the guys who are in here with me. My name is Ty. I got my man Mike in the building. What's going on, Mike? Got my man
What's
Black is in the
up?
building with us.
Chilling. What's up?
What
Hey,
up?
Ty, I want to hit on that too, real quick, man. What people don't understand, man, that you got a. This is. I'm gonna pick it back on what you said. People don't understand that you have a independently owned TV network. This ain't just Facebook. Although you see us on Facebook, you may see us on YouTube, but this is an independently owned black television network. We are actually a television network, RETV network. We got a station that runs 24/7
Yes.
with multiple shows, not just this show, but multiple shows for all types of situations that go on with
Relationships.
Family.
business, homeboy, freak nasty, woman to woman. We have it all. We have a network that addresses everything. And Ty, I know you humble about it, dog, but man, you have created something that is very special. And I don't want people to see, people want to see it when it gets huge and they're like, oh, Lord. See, we're allowing people to get in now. You know what I'm saying? We're allowing people and we're sharing it now. So I just want to give you your props, bro, for what you created, and I'm just proud to be a part of it with you. But y'all out there, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't polo. We ain't. Right now we in the small stages of what we're doing, but we see y'all now.
Exactly.
But keep looking. We'll see you later.
Appreciate you. I see Shay.
I'm
Shay's
sorry for
watching.
cutting y'all, but I want people to understand what we got right now.
I'm taking a look and see you watching. I want to give a shout out to Shay. I see she watching. Yo, so before we move any further, let me introduce my man Donnell. He's joined the panel today. For those who don't know, this is Millionaire Man Cave, and this is our opportunity your opportunity actually, as an insider into what goes on in the eyes of the Man Cave. You won't see everything because obviously we ain't stupid, but we do we do want to give y'all an opportunity to see what goes on in Man Cave, and every now and then we like to invite guests into Man Cave because we are in quarantine times. We got to do this from all different locations, but today we got my man Donnell from the DMV in the building with us. What's going on, Donnell?
Nothing much. What
Yes.
up?
What's
So I appreciate
up?
everybody for tuning in. I appreciate everybody for being here today. Again, don't forget, like the page, share the page, subscribe to us on YouTube, All the handles and stuff are there at the top of the screen. Y'all see what's going on at the bottom of the screen. We trying something new today. We getting a little technology. We hitting y'all with the technology today. We hitting y'all with technology today. But usually, what we usually do, because Millionaire Man Cave does not air until Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, we like to hit y'all with the question of the week. Because sometimes we want to hear what y'all got to say. So, yeah, yeah.
Hold on, time. I just want to tell everybody one thing.
Black got a damn new toy, y'all.
That's all I want to say.
Black got a new toy, y'all. This man.
You think you is
That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say.
Right, exactly. Exactly, Donnell. Yo. So if y'all are watching, we want to hear from y'all. Shoot us y'all's question in the chat, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook. We are on YouTube Live. We are on Facebook Live. We want to hear your chat. We'll answer your question, but we'll also answer the question. Well, we won't answer it, but we'll actually give y'all an insight into tomorrow's show, which is the question of the week. Let me see if I can play it right quick and not go crazy. Let's see. Let's see if this question of the week will actually play. It is not playing. All right, question of the week. You want to be difficult.
Hey, so I have a question. So when you think about men and women dating,
This is a
a
long
lot
one.
of times when you think about when two people get to the point where you're deciding if you are going to be committed to one another
It's
and make
addictive,
things
man.
exclusive,
I
oftentimes
think when I
we
walk in the
think
room tonight,
that that
when I
is the
could get
woman in that position who's, waiting for him to ask her to be his girl, and
It's playing.
that things are monogamous and committed between
Audio's
them.
gone.
In my experience, though, and this has happened more than once, there have been men who have been the one to almost press or rush and say and want to solidify things, want a commitment, want to make things
She just got
exclusive.
a long question.
But then those same men are the ones who turn around and end up um, doing something to disrespect the whole situation, or step outside of the commitment that they said that they wanted. So my question to
I think
you
she almost done.
is why? If you have a woman who is completely cool with continuing to be single, continuing to date, and just going with the flow, why press her for a commitment that you aren't even really ready for? Like, she hasn't brought it up. She hasn't begged you for it. None of that. You decide that that's what you want, but then you show no, that wasn't what you wanted at all, and it really baffles me. Why is that?
All right. Okay. So that was her long question of the week. That was her long question of the week. Shay says being greedy. Interesting. So that's an interesting concept, Shay. She says that men are being greedy, y'all. What y'all say? Y'all think men are greedy? According to the question of the week, y'all think we being greedy? I think everybody can be greedy at some point in time. Because she want to know. Go ahead. I agree. I agree. I agree. Any dude who got him a good woman and he know he got him a good woman at home and he decide to screw it up, he's stupid. Now,
And guess what? Let me tell you something, sweetie. All his boys telling him he's stupid too.
Yep, they are.
All his boys, man, you dumb, you stupid. You stupid, dog.
Stupid.
You stupid. That being if she is doing everything she's supposed to do.
Uh-oh.
But of course, we never get that side. Of course, they always, the snake has deceived them, and that's why I told you do what you do. You messed up. You the one made the decision to eat the apple. But I was just letting you know. So they ain't do nothing wrong based on her. So any woman that's doing everything they got to do and doing it the right way, and the dude do the stupid stuff. All right, yeah, he dumb. He's everybody know it. His mama know it. His mama know it. You out here messing with them skanks.
Scalawags.
And you got this good girl over here. Yeah, them scalawags. And you around here, that's a good girl right there. That good girl, she got all the teeth. She look good. Her mama ain't no scandalous now. I know all of them. She got come from a good family. And you want to mess around. You mess around. Hey, everybody know he messed up. So everybody know he messed up.
Shay, okay.
I like to hear
we got a comment. We got a comment. I'm reading from Shay. Shay said he told her what he felt she needed to hear. Though women, or some say, keep it real up front, not all can handle the real. Not all can handle. This is what Shay said.
She said women can't handle the real.
He told her what she needed to hear, and though women, or some say, keep it real up front, because some women say, keep it real with me. Just let me know what you're going to do before you do it. There are women who say that. I can handle the truth. She says not all women, or not all people in general, can handle the real. So this dude might have told her. He might have told her up front what he's about. But she ain't hear it because she couldn't handle it. And so when he went to go about doing what he was doing, now all of a sudden, he can't act right. He's screwing stuff up. Yet, he wanted to be in this committed relationship with her. What is she supposed to do, is Shay asks. She's asking for a friend. You say, Donnell?
But hold on.
Sure.
So she asking what she needs to do, what the girl's supposed to do? One?
Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend.
Well, first of all, I don't know the young ladies.
No. This is somebody in the comments.
Question.
This is somebody in the comments.
It was very long. No. I'm just going back to the question submitted. She did say that. Hey, look, what makes a man want to commit and ask me to be in a one-on-one relationship when I'm cool with just us kicking it, being friends, cool, doing what we do, not on a committal basis? She said that exactly not exactly like that, but in that situation. I ain't really trying to be with you, but you gonna ask me to be with you, and then when you do, and I say yes, and then now you starting to act a fool and get on out there in the streets. I mean, that's the question. That's the question I'm responding to. So I don't know the answer for it, not right now, but you watch the show. I got a lot of answers on the show.
Millionaire Man Cave does air on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. here on Relationship Entertainment Television, RETV. You can catch it on your app. Download the app from your Google store or your iOS store. You can also catch it on YouTube. So if you want the true answer that we give, we will answer your question in real life on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. But we want to hear from y'all. Okay, Shay has another question. You? Shay says, what does she need to be doing that will make you commit or consider? What? I guess
consider what?
Down.
But I feel like, hold up, time out. Let's take a pause for the cause. I feel like the question got lost in translation. From my understanding, the female was saying that she was okay with what the relationship was.
Right.
He approached her with commitment.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know that it's a, he was telling her what she wanted to hear. She's baffled by his approach and how he's responding.
Right. Because he was pressing her.
Correct.
Yep. And it happened on multiple occasions.
It happened to her on multiple occasions.
Right. Well, if it's happened to her on a couple of occasions, it's happened to others on a couple of occasions too, That was a very nice way of putting it, Mike. That was very nice, man. I'm proud of how you put that, man. That's diplomatic, man. You should run for mayor.
You should run for mayor.
You really run for mayor, man.
Mike Robinson for 2020.
But yeah, but hey, there you go. I'll run. Hey, look. So let's go back to Shay's question. I can't see Shay's question. I think I'm on a different feed than y'all on. I can't see the questions that's coming through. I just see the big screen. What was Shay's question? What was her? I want to answer
her last question. So Shay's last question was, what does she need to be doing that will make you commit or consider?
You mean after I'd already? I mean, I need clarification, Shay. Now this is after I asked you to be my girl. After we was just cool, with just banging.
She says
that's what you
guy
say.
Up left. I think that's that guy right there, Mike.
But everybody's
picture can be different. I believe she's talking about Mike.
We could be
but she said the guy up left said that as long as she is doing what she is supposed to be doing, I am asking, what do you think she should be doing? So, go ahead.
See, I think she responded. She talking to me. I think she talking to me because I said that as long as she's doing.
So that guy down there. Then.
So because a lot of women think that in their mind they're doing everything they supposed to do to make a relationship work based on their perception. But what I see a lot of people don't do is ask their partner what they need to do. And sometimes they're not ready for their partner to tell them what they need to do to make it right. So in their mind, I'm doing everything that I want to. They doing everything I want to do to make this relationship right. And if that ain't enough, something wrong with you versus being open and saying, hey, look, what is it that I need you to do to make you stop doing this?
So her clarifying question to that, Black.
Okay. What is it about me? And vice versa. The man got to do it too. The man can do it too. You know what I'm saying? What is it, baby? What am I doing that's so that repels you and just makes you mad as hell at me when what is it? And if you can honestly answer that to your partner, then they got a couple of choices they can make. They can reflect on it and don't do nothing about it. They can reflect on it and consider doing something about it. They can reflect on it or do something about it. And so that's the whole thing. So that's why I mean, sweetheart, when I say when we got to get to the point of is she doing everything she's supposed to be doing, we don't know if what she's doing is enough. If I got a quarterback and all he want to do is block, and he say, hell, I'm a hell of a blocker. Did you see me block on the option? Well, I need you to throw.
I would say, Black, I think you got to rephrase supposed to and fill it in with should be, or not should be, but could have been doing.
Help me out down there. Help me out. Clean it up, man. Clean it up. This is my spokesperson.
No, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, I don't know that it's, a situation where someone is supposed to be doing something. I think that I feel like, a person should be who they are, right? Because we touched on this earlier.
Yeah.
It's whether or not you're willing to put in that work, right? I think that goes with this, the whole sacrifice and peace, being in a relationship. Relationships are work, whether it be, friendships, marriage, whatever, they're work. Should you change for someone? You don't have to. You as easily as you stepped into one, if you're not committed, right, you can step out of it, right out of it, right.
Yep.
And so if you're looking to be in a relationship, or at least try at the relationship or work at the relationship. Communicate with the significant other. Ask the question.
Right.
Some people don't ask the question. A lot of people don't ask the question because they're
exactly
ready for the answer, right?
Exactly.
And that's my point. I think a lot of people are scared to ask those questions. Why would you do this? I mean, what is it that, like I said, what is it that I'm doing that makes you do what you're doing? And how do we fix that? And I don't think that most people or women, or I don't care men either, are willing to be that raw and vulnerable with their partner.
That's not that black, honestly. I think people would be honest and vulnerable with their partner, but to Shay's point, as well as I believe Mike said it earlier, I don't think people are able to accept the answer that's given to them. My wife always tells me, don't ask a question unless you're ready for the answer. And I don't think a lot of people are ready for the answer that they will give. So if to the question of the week, which I'm gonna play again in a minute, if my question to you is, why are you doing this? And I come back and give you an answer that you're not ready for, you ain't gonna like it. Your feelings may be hurt. Because I may come back and tell you that, honestly, the reason I may have screwed this up in your eyes anyway, because in my eyes, I ain't screwed this up. The reason I screwed this up is because it's something you did.
Yeah, exactly.
Shay said they asked the wrong questions.
That's my whole point. That's my whole point, because, like I said, they can choose to reflect on it and don't do nothing, reflect on it and think about it, or reflect on and do something. And actually, because if you say, okay, look, this is why. Now, is what they're asking me to do, is it illegal? Is it immoral?
Okay.
Will it hurt me if I do? If it don't do none of them and your partner asking you to do it, why the hell you ain't doing it?
It's a choice. It's a choice. It's a choice. And for those who don't know the question of the week, let's go ahead and recap this question right quick.
Question. So when you think about men and women dating, a lot of times when you think about when two people get to the point where you're deciding if you are going to be committed to one another and make things exclusive, oftentimes we think that is the woman in that position who's, waiting for him to ask her to be his girl, and, that things are monogamous and committed between them. In my experience, though, and this has happened more than once, there have been men who have been the one to almost press or rush and say, and want to solidify things, want a commitment, want to make things exclusive. But then those same men are the ones who turn around and end up doing something to disrespect the whole situation, or step outside of the commitment that they said that they wanted. So my question to you is, why? If you have a woman who is completely cool with continuing to be single, continuing to date, and just going with the flow, why press her for a commitment that you aren't even really ready for? Like, she hasn't brought it up. She hasn't begged you for it. None of that. You decide that that's what you want, but then you show, no, that's what that wasn't what you wanted at all. And it really baffles me. Why is that?
Hey, look at them facial expressions though, man. She rolled her eyes and
All right, so
she
she got
into
so
it, boy. I
so you
like
were
that.
saying, Donnell, so you were saying that you feel like every person should take accountability for their own reaction for their own actions.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I think any conflict start with self. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's why
Right.
we have our reflections, right? Like, where was it? Where was it that, what did you do in the situation? And you can't always point the fingers, man, because how I interpret something may not necessarily be the same as someone
Right,
else's
exactly. And that's my
interpretation.
point. And before we get to
Right.
that, I know a lot of y'all are out there watching because we've shared this and everybody else has shared this. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button to YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Relationship Entertainment Television, RETV, or go ahead and hit the like button and the follow button on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. This is Millionaire Man Cave. We go live almost every Tuesday, but our show actually airs on Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. But this is the question of the week. So a lot of y'all just heard the question of the week. And the question of the week, pretty much in summary, is a lot of guys actually, women feel like a lot of guys are the ones who press them into relationships. But then once we press them into that relationship, men usually do something to screw that up. And so we're addressing that question, but we also want to hear y'all's question. We want to hear y'all's thoughts. We want to hear y'all's responses as well. So we're reading y'all's questions. So go ahead and type in your questions. Go ahead and type in your comments below. I'll make sure I read them, and the rest of the fellas will get a chance to go ahead and answer as well. We got my man Mike in the building, my man Black as usual, and special guest tonight, my man Donnell's in the building with us. So let's keep it going. Well, let's go. I got a comment from Carmel. Carmel says, because some men want their cake and eat it too. That's Carmel's answer.
Well,
I
God,
like cake. I like cake.
it's my
Especially
cake. It's my cake. Why can't I eat it?
chocolate on chocolate. And I like eating my cake. I love to eat my cake.
Carmel.
Who was that? What's her name? Carmel, I love my cake, especially chocolate cake. Chocolate fudge. I like the fudge all around my lips. All
Well,
around there. I
see,
just
and,
like
I,
to
and,
eat.
I,
I
and
love,
that's
I love
why,
eat
and that's
all
where
that.
where Donnell, what you were saying, people need to take accountability for their own reactions and so forth. I don't think that I don't think it's fair because women do the same thing and they don't take accountability for their reactions or their actions, but yet they expect us as men to take accountability for our actions. Women go out and do the same thing, except they are hella sneaky with
So
it.
I would say I'm an individual. I can't worry about,
True.
what other people's actions are. I can't spend too much time and energy on
Right.
that. I feel what you're saying, but guess what? You know what I'm saying? As individuals, we got choices, and you can stay and try to figure out what that other person is trying to say, or you can roll out and continue about your day. Like
All right.
to
Got a
me, it's
comment
as
from
simple as
Shay.
that.
Shay is still with us. Shay says, I think in her case, the men are wanting exclusivity to make sure she goes nowhere else. Haha, we talked about that. She says she's a pretty girl. And like I said the first
Yep.
time, she may have been the one he didn't feel would participate 100% unless she felt he was all in. She says it's happening often. So these men who aren't serious but know we
That man is saying what
pretty
he
much,
thinks she wants to hear.
pretty much.
Okay.
Hey, let me hold on, man. Oh man, I was gonna do my sound effect, but I messed up. It's too late. Newsflash. In case you don't know, women and men tell each other what they think they need to make that person understand or know in order to get them in the beginning. That's the bottom line. I don't want to hear nothing else. Women, I don't want to say, oh, I tell the truth. No, you don't. You don't tell the truth. You don't wear that damn head wrap. You would not dare pick your teeth in front of that man. You look perfect. You do everything you can in the beginning to get that man to say you the one. And dudes do the same thing. So don't tell me that he flipped it on. You flipped it on him too. And so that's attraction. What I'm saying is that's just a law of attraction. We do what we have to, but somewhere down the line, and I'm gonna go back to Donnell, and what he said was, you have to have in your mind, right? My actions are for me. I make my own actions. Can't nobody control me. And so in a situation, when you decide to commit yourself to somebody, if they mind ain't right too, you got so much checks and balances that you're willing to give and take with that person. So at the beginning, that person checks and balances may be up here. They do one stupid thing. Right. All right, that's cool. It's still up here. They do another stupid thing. I'm still good. I'm in it. But when it gets to a certain point to where that balance switches to where they bank account is so low, you like, whoa, hold up.
Whoa, right.
I'm finna switch banks.
But all right, so and to your point, and Carmel actually just made a comment, and she said what I was actually thinking. In most relationships, not even most, all relationships, we all put our best foot forward first in order to get who we want.
First.
We know as men, we are hunters and gatherers. So we're going to go out there and do our damnedest to get what we want. Women do the same thing. They dress the part. They look the part. They do the part. They give you what you want. You this, that, and the third. Men, we do the same thing. We put our best foot forward.
Men do it too.
And we do to impress, whatever we do to get the woman, this, that, and the third. And all of a sudden, once we got them, once they got us, Black, your favorite phrase, what do? They get what? Complacent.
Comfortable.
Exactly.
Complacent and comfortable.
They get complacent. And so when you get complacent, after a while, you're like, I got him. I got her. What else do I need to do? We don't continue keeping that level up to keep them. So when a person does something to quote unquote screw up based on old girl's comment, then what?
That's the answer to her question. That was what she wanted to know why. And the answer is complacency. You just on both sides. I'm not just saying, don't get me wrong that the woman ain't doing this. Sometimes the guy ain't doing what he got to do either. But I'm telling you right now, women, the guy's attention span is a lot shorter than a woman's. It's a lot shorter. It's like 10 years shorter than a woman's. It's like
squirrel.
You can not know something going on in a relationship for just like, for instance, what she said, when he asked me to be committed, he asked me into his relationship. He did that. Well, right then, when you said yes, you on a clock because his attention span just started running. Like 18,000, 17,999, 17,998. His clock running. In your clock, you got a 50-year clock going on. Because what you say is forever. What he says is for now.
Oh, we went deep with that one.
And so, and you got to somehow renew his for now. His for now always got to be for now. See, what we can't get caught up on is when, like a man's is for now. Like, for now, she the best thing for me. For now, she the best thing for me. For now, she the best thing, and we in year 15. But in your mind, my for now is forever. When I get him, I got it. That ain't what a man's is. A man is like, hey, look, what we doing to keep this thing right? What I'm a hunter, I'm a gatherer. Man, look, most guys can keep a car 20 years. I don't know a woman in my life with a car more than 7 years old that she owns.
I don't know, Black. I don't know that I received that. And I'm not listening. I'm not trying to play. is again, I talk from personal experience, right? Like men and women, we just think differently. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of women's frustration is because we think for now. Women are critical thinkers. They think way down the line or way down,
Okay.
They're so far ahead of us.
They gone.
Right. They
not ahead. They just gone. They gone.
They gone.
We don't know where they at. We don't know where they at.
And I think that's the good thing about men and women, right? They give us that balance. But in this situation, again, I still go back to after 5 years, she was okay with what the situation was. He approached her. That's it. I mean, that's it for me, and trying to dissect everything that was said is really kind of hard to kind of gauge what it was without the other person's input.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, so look, she went 5 years of them being cool. I'm doing my thing, you're doing your thing. We are not in an exclusive relationship, but we cool. We with it. Then he flipped script. I need you to be my girl. Hey man, when I asked my wife to be my girlfriend, dog, I don't know. I'm one of the few guys out there. I asked my wife to be my girlfriend. I remember.
And you check the box, yes or no, and then she wrote in that bitch maybe.
You damn right. She had to check that box. She had to check that box and let me know she was gonna be my girl. Dog, when she said that, it's like something went off in my mind, man, to where it wasn't nothing else happening. Nothing else happened, man. I mean, wasn't nothing else, dog. I mean, it was like, man, you ever had your credit card cut off? Like you go to it, it's like denied.
Yeah.
See, I hate these rich people. I hate these rich mother chickens on this call, man. Like this.
Hey, Shay hit a good comment in this thing.
You know what I'm saying? So you ever had, that's how you deny other women. You cut them off. Credit denied. You ain't got no credit with me. I got investment. I don't need credit when I got investments. And so you cut them other women off, and then all of a sudden, when that investment that you put in stop performing, you gotta say, I mean, for the long run, because it'll come back. It'll come back. It'll come back up. It's down now, but it'll come back.
Right. No,
that's
Shay.
That's where it's at, man.
Shay hit a real good point in this thing. She said,
I can't see that.
She said, we all start off on the wrong page. As women, we look at the men's potential and what they can be instead of who they are. We're hoping you change. And the men are hoping that the women don't.
That is true. A lot of women get into relationships with men hoping that they'll change. They see men, and a lot of women see men for who they really are.
For their potential.
They see men and they're like, yo, I see who this dude is, and I think I can get him to be X, Y, and Z. And so he's potential. I can work on this dude. Meanwhile, the dude's like, yo, I
can't see that question, but I can't see that question, but I'm just going on based on what Mike said. Is sometimes women, they will see a guy's where he can be his potential. But what I will say is this: when he says a man sees a woman for what she is, I don't necessarily think that is what that for me. I'm just saying for me. I see where you are, and I'm answering her question. I see where you are, But the most important thing for me, I see how we can grow together. And I see, and that's why I want to make you the one, because I think you can help and we can grow together and build something. And when I don't see that, that's when things change. I'm just answering a question based on based on the overall question of why men do stupid stuff. We do stupid stuff
for a lot of stupid reasons.
First of all, because we stupid. We stupid. We stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm real stupid. I ain't gonna lie. I'm stupid. I've been in it. I ain't gonna say the internet. Just me. I done some stupid stuff. But I tell you one thing. My stupidity has never amounted to my demise of anything. And so I get stupid to a certain level, but then there's something. It's a break point where you get to where you say, "Hey, it's time to stop being stupid."
Yeah. Yeah.
So you gotta grow. You gotta grow with it. If y'all ain't growing together, then y'all growing apart.
Exactly. Now I'll say this though.
I just believe that. Can't nobody convince me.
No, I'll say this though.
Go ahead.
To the point earlier, a lot of people don't like looking in the mirror. You are man enough to look in the mirror at yourself and say, you know what? I do stupid stuff. A lot of people don't like looking in the mirror to realize that the stuff that they do is stupid. They're like, oh, a lot of people blame it on age. You know what? I'm old enough, I can do whatever the hell I want. I'm a grown man. I'm a grown woman. Can't nobody tell me what to do. This is just me. I'm stuck in my ways. I'm this, that, and the third. And I'm da, 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 da. A lot of people don't want to look in the mirror to find out whether it's the guy or the female to say what it is that they are actually doing or not doing to make the person, like I say, like Donnell said, you can't, everybody got to take responsibility for themselves. So you can't say that somebody's making you do anything. But you have to look in the mirror at yourself sometimes to see what part you are playing in the situation. You have to look in the mirror.
Yep.
I'm about to say that too, Ty, but at the same time, who defines what's stupid? I mean, you know what I mean? Like we all come have different walks, right? I think how you grow up,
that's true,
creates who you are.
I don't know. I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel how you grow, but they ain't it. I just don't think. Hell, I grew up poor as hell.
And I bet you, and I will probably bet you money. How you view money is totally different. How someone who may have grew up in the suburbs, with both parents, in the 5-bedroom house.
I grew up with both parents, and we were still.
I'm just saying. I mean, but regardless.
Hey, look, I feel what you're saying, but I mean, money is a different attitude. I mean, I have a different philosophy about money and wealth that is totally different, and that is something that you just because I grew up poor, that don't mean I got a poor mentality.
Okay. I didn't say that.
Poor is no. What I'm saying. What I'm saying is, being poor is a mentality that is forced upon you based on where you're from, but that don't mean that that's where you're gonna go. And
that's not where I was going with that though, Black.
Okay, what you saying?
I was just saying how you view money is probably totally different how someone else may, view money.
I think it's different for every individual. I know people right now. Who parents are millionaires, but they assholes when it come to money. They broke as dog doo-doo. Very serious. They don't know how. I see that. And so, I mean, but what I'm saying is, yeah, you can get to.
Hey, no.
Hey, Ty, kill yourself.
What are you drinking, Black? Shay want to know what you're drinking.
Hey, I'm cutting all y'all.
Hey, Black. Shay want to know what you drinking, dog.
Everybody cutting up.
Shay said, "What you drinking, Black?"
Huh? No. I'm drinking a cup. I'm drinking out of cup. I mean, I'm just saying, man, you mess with, I mean, it's I just don't believe that what you're pre-exposed to determines where you're going in life. That's not me. Right. That's me. That is my philosophy.
So I would never say.
I don't believe that just because you're pre-exposed to, okay, if you take a look at me, you say, hey, look, this dude come up. I remember scenes of me seeing a dead man in the projects laying down, and my mama told me he was asleep. You know, I come from neighborhood of hustlers where everybody deal dope. You got crime and stuff going on. That was my
but Black, I'm not grouping the situation. You know, I didn't say all people that grew up poor. I'm just saying some people. And by those some people, you know, there's some people who, yes, grew up poor probably have a poor slave mentality. Some people who, you know, grew up poor will probably do their damnedest to get out of that situation or never be in that situation.
And that's the people I want to touch. I want to touch the people who want to change. So, I mean, like you're saying, you're right. There are some people that grow up in an environment and they're subject to their environment because they allow that. My mission in life is to help people. If you want to change what you do in your life, then you got to be the one to change it. You can't wait. You can't blame it on your environment. You can't blame it on no white folks. You can't blame it on slavery. You can't blame it on that. True enough, those things are factors of why we are where we are. But you got to be the person that determines where you go in life. And when you decide what you want, you can't let nobody stop you. That's the biggest curse on the face of earth. We let people, when you don't have a definite of purpose of where you want to do in your life. When you get that, you can't let nobody stop you. And you just got to go at it, balls to the wall, man, and make it happen. And that's what I'm coming from. Now, you're right. There are some people that don't do that. But if you believe in what I believe in, you can change your life. That's all I'm saying. I'm just with the people who want to change their life.
Right, but my original comment as it pertains to, you know, the conversation is, you know, when I say your environment may affect who you are, like, you know, when you go back to like stupid stuff, I feel like, you know, like you don't see what would you classify as the perfect relationship? You know, some people don't see their dad come home and give their mom a kiss, you know, every day after work, you know, stuff like that. Right. You know, some situations where dads are absent, you know what I mean? So unless you are communicating, and again, I go back to this whole communication thing, you know, who defines what's stupid?
Yeah.
In a relationship.
Even to the question of the week, who defines, other than the person who feels like they've been screwed over, who defines that they've been screwed over? Because it may not be screwed over to, it may be screwed over to one person, but may not be screwed over to the next person.
Exactly.
Like, for instance, like in her question, she said at the beginning, a monogamous relationship. Well, everybody don't, a lot of people don't believe in monogamy. It's totally okay. We had a show about that. You go back a few months ago and we had a show about like people like, oh, you got to be totally committed. And if you are not a monogamist, then you don't love me. When you got millions of relationships out there where it's an open relationship and they are totally fine with it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We had a show about that. It's like, whoa, hold on, wait a minute. Who said that relationship had to be monogamous? And like you said down there, it goes back to communication.
Oh, absolutely.
About what they want. I may not be wrong. I may be a person who believes in polygamy. Not, well, an open relationship. I ain't gonna say polygamy. Polygamy is just being married to one person, blah, blah, blah. But
more than one person.
I mean, being married to more than one person. Yeah, I'm sorry, more than one person, but y'all forgive me. Y'all know what I meant. But monogamous and polygamy is not the opposite of monogamy. That's not the opposite. Okay. Because polygamy is being able to have multiple wives. Monogamy is just having a mutual relationship with one person. Am I right or am I wrong?
Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah. So I think we need to have something that combat just monogamy. I'm just an open relationship. Hey, look, you can do your relationship with you what you want to do. Your side dudes. I got my side chicks, but you my main chick, and I'm your main dude.
It does, right?
Some of that work for people. Some people are just like, they look at us who are in monogamy like, I could never be with that. They missing out. They dumb. I mean, it's just, I'm not saying that's what I do, but I'm just saying that's open. That's the world. That's the world we live in.
And that's honestly where a lot of us come from. To be honest with you, a lot of people feel like where we come from, as far as even our ancestors are concerned, feel like that we were not built to be in relationships with just one person. That's this whole monogamy thing is a whole different culture.
Mm-hmm. And that was her key thing with her question. If you listen to her question, she was like, when he said he wanted to be with her, when he made her his girl, she added monogamous.
Okay.
She didn't say he did.
Well, did she? Wait. Did she?
So I think
we may have to re-listen to that question. We may have to re-listen to that question because she said that he felt like, he was the one pressing to be in a relationship, a committed relationship.
To be committed.
Right. And then she said, monogamous. Now she said, hey, bet money.
No. We're gonna play it back because we want everybody to hear the question because we want everybody's
bet money. We want bet money. Somebody bet money. I'll bet all y'all. King Kong ain't got nothing on me. Hey, look.
We want everybody to hear the question. We want everybody to hear the question. We want people to chime in on what the question of the week is, and they will get our true response tomorrow when they listen to the show. Right? So here go the question of the week.
Hey, so I have a question.
Yes.
So when you think about
listen to the question.
Dating, a lot of times when you think about when two people get to the point where you're deciding if you are going to be committed to one another and make things exclusive, oftentimes we think that is the woman in that position who's, waiting for him to ask her to be his girl and, that things are monogamous and committed between them. In my experience, though, and this has happened more than once, there have been men who have been the one to almost press or rush and say, and want to solidify things, want a commitment, want to make things exclusive. But then those same men are the ones who turn around and end up doing something to disrespect the whole situation, or step outside of the commitment that they said that they wanted. So my question to you is why? If you have a woman who is completely cool with continuing to be single, continuing to date, and just going with the flow, why press her for a commitment that you aren't even really ready for? Like, she hasn't brought it up. She hasn't begged you for it. None of that. You decide that that's what you want, but then you show, no, that wasn't what you wanted at all. And it really baffles me. Why is that?
See what I'm saying? When she said he did all this, but why would he step outside? So those her expectations, not his. Those are his expectations. You need to be I want you to
Hey,
be my
hold
girl.
up, right quick, Black, right quick.
Her expectations that I'm your only girl.
Right quick, Black. I got to give a shout out to your brother, who wrote the theme song for Millionaire Man Cave, Cool Slick. I see him in the
Hey, where
building.
did they do that at?
Yeah.
Cool Slick on.
Yeah.
What up, Cool Slick? Hey, look, the theme song is written by Cool Slick. Y'all can go to Cool Slick YouTube station. I got Cool Slick, KOOLSLIQ. He got a YouTube station. Y'all tune in, do his thing. He fine. He fine. He my brother, so he got to be fine. But that ain't why he fine. My mom and dad, they just wrong. So yeah.
All right, now back to the question.
Okay, monogamy.
So,
what's up? So what did y'all hear what I heard?
I heard it.
So that's what I'm saying.
She said something about monogamous.
Yeah. So, but she said those are her expectations, not his.
She didn't really say that though.
Yes, she did. Bet 50.
We just heard it.
She said he asked her to be in a relationship when she was cool with them just being bang buddies.
Right.
Okay. Now she ain't say bang buddies.
She implied,
but then she did, and we know that.
Friends with benefits.
Right. She implied it.
So when he asked her, "Hey, I need you to be my girl," see, she took the understanding that he was into monogamy, when sometimes that ain't the key for a lot of people in the world. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. But what I'm saying, she took it that that's what he wanted in that relationship. Because you got a lot of cats out there. I ain't saying cats. I'm talking about in a lot of cultures across the earth, it's okay to have more than one wife.
Yeah.
But didn't she say, she did say he approached her about a monogamous,
about being committed.
Her about monogamous.
About being committed.
About a relationship.
Yeah. About being committed. That's what she said. Committed. So you're saying that committed doesn't necessarily mean monogamous in a lot of people, in a lot of guys.
Committed means, look, I got you. I'm going to take care of you from here on out. You ain't got to worry about that. And I'm going to tell you right now.
That could be a friendship.
Hey, look, I'm going to tell you right now. There's a lot of cats out there that believe that. There's a lot of cats out there married right now that are committed to their wives, but they'll cheat on them in a minute. So the word cheat. They will go out and get a nice piece of trim, but ain't nothing gonna make them leave what they got at the house. Now that's real talk.
That is true.
Real talk.
I agree.
Right there.
That I agree. There are guys and honestly, I feel like, and I explained this to my wife one time. I feel like, and this is my personal opinion, I feel like if a guy truly loves a woman and he does something stupid, I'm just gonna say he does something stupid and he screws up. If he gets caught and realizes that he is truly screwed up, because sometimes we do stuff out of impulse. We like Donnell said earlier, we got to take responsibility for stuff that we do. If he does something out of stupidity, impulse, and he gets caught and he realizes what he did was wrong, 9 times out of 10, because he realizes what he has at home, he will never do it again. Because
it's gonna take a long time. It's gonna take a long time.
Because he's gonna realize, yo, what was I thinking? What was I doing? That was stupid of me. I almost lost my family.
Absolutely.
I almost lost my kids. I almost lost XYZ, ABC, whatever the case may be. And he go, you know what? I was stupid. I never do it again. Compared to a woman, though, a woman will go, oh well, I got caught. Bet you won't catch me next time. Bet you he won't catch me next time.
Yeah, yeah.
So you hold up, Ty. So you saying that the woman is the one who is in who won't reconcile?
No. Hey, one, because women are emotional creatures. We all know this. There's no woman that will deny that. A woman is an emotional creature.
Yeah.
So when she gets into a relationship outside of her main relationship, she's already gone, dog. She's already gone. A man, on the other hand, if he's done something outside of his main relationship, it ain't got nothing to do with the other chick. It's just something that he had to fulfill within himself.
Ty, we talked about dog.
Yeah.
We talked about that. We talked about that.
Yeah.
A man can have a sexual encounter that has no emotional at all. It don't mean that to him. A woman, they can't do that. I ain't gonna say they can't.
They usually don't.
Right.
But most of them usually don't. And I'm telling you right now, like I said, man, that's what I'm saying. You can have cats right now, and I know everybody want to be holier than thou, and we want to act like it don't happen. But I don't care. I have seen it. That's one reason why, look, ain't damn preacher on the face of this earth that convinced me that he talked to God every day. I do too.
Okay.
I ain't finna follow damn man. And then we all get up, the point I'm making is we get upset when the people we hold in high regards do some stupid shit.
Right.
Guess what? We human. If you read your Bible, it says we all have sinned. We all messed up. So why you get upset when somebody do some stupid stuff of the flesh? Dog, that's what we do. You got examples all through it.
Okay.
And I ain't saying that's what we do, but dog, we make mistakes. Okay, if a mistake is stepping outside of your marriage, because some marriages, they allow that. It's allowed. And I ain't trying to convert nobody.
Is it a mistake?
I ain't trying to do nothing like that. But all I'm saying is that, see, what we hold as a principle in our lives is not necessarily a principle that's shared by a lot of people on the face of the earth.
And how is that defined, Black?
What you mean? I don't understand what you mean when we say how it's defined.
What shaped your principles?
What shaped my principles about this? Just living life, man. Meeting people, meeting more than people outside of my comfort zone. And when I say my comfort zone, meeting people outside of, they believe different things that I believe, and they live a different life than I live, different cultures, I mean, let me tell you something, man. One of the craziest thing that I have ran into, man, I met with a family in Salisbury, and this dude had 3 wives living in his house. All the wives lived in the house. At the same time, I talked to all of them.
I say, I know y'all seen the Tiger King.
Hey, look, yeah, and I ain't mad at Tiger King. I mean, I ain't with all. I'm talking about the dude that was down in Florida.
Talking about
dude down in Florida.
I'm talking about the other dude that was down in Florida. Had all those.
I ain't talking about the dude. I ain't in jail. I ain't talking about him. No, I ain't talking. He can kill himself while he in there. I'm talking about the dude in Florida.
Yeah.
Where, hey, that is and I ain't saying that's right. Don't get me wrong. So if my wife looking at this, I ain't trying to say, look, I ain't saying that's right. I ain't saying that's what I believe. I'm just saying that's what I understand. And I know that it's real. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, it's put like this. Man, I grew up, I had my great granddad as a preacher. I got an uncle that's a preacher, Christian. You know what I'm saying? I got all that in my family. They told me I was gonna be a preacher. My Sunday school teacher told me I was gonna be a preacher. All right. But one thing I understood is that you're telling me that the only way that I can be so-called saved is that I believe in one way.
Okay.
Now, I ain't got nothing wrong with that. But you mean to tell me that I got other people who believe something else? Now, these people are great moral. They do great things for other people. They do and act every day in the actions of what my faith tells me I'm supposed to do. They act it out, but they just call it something else that these people going to hell. Bull.
Okay.
Bull. So what I'm saying in my life, and I'm very fortunate, I'm thankful to God that He has allowed me to be able to work with other people and see the world in a way that I've been able to see it. And most important, I'm just thankful for the stuff that happened to me in life. I've had 3 near-death situations.
Okay. And I'm sure that shaped you to be who you are today.
You know what I'm saying? So to answer Donnell's question, what's my definition? I done seen some stuff, dog. I done seen people who act perfectly and they in a relationship where you got 3 wives. And I'm like, man, what the hell going on around here? It's Hugh Hefner around here. No, they are all in it. They all got kids. They take care of them kids. I'm like, whoa, but that's something that I'm like, man, don't drink this Kool-Aid. Don't drink nothing out this house. Because you try to take this stuff back to your house, you'll get killed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To answer your question, dog, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, when you're raised in, like you say, in your environment, when you're raised in one environment that tells you that it's this way and this is it.
Okay.
Sometimes you have, now I'm not saying you have to, but when you can be exposed to, and you expose different things to say, hey, whoa, wait a minute, no. For a long time, I'm gonna tell you this, man, real quick. I had people in my family tell me, don't mess with banks. Banks will take your money. I don't want no checking account. Take your money and put it, save your own money. Is that a good idea? Yep. I got money in my mattress. Do I mess with banks? Heck yeah. I got people in my family, if you say direct deposit, they're like, man, you crazy. So it's about your education, man. It's about getting out there and educating yourself and looking for a change. And for the same thing with these relationships, ladies, men, if you wonder why somebody did something to you that was not right, first of all, look within yourself first.
Look in the mirror.
And then question the other person.
Look in the mirror.
Question yourself first. Fortunately, I think God has given me a thing. When I mess up, I already know it. I know while I'm doing it. I'm like, this ain't right. I'm about to do it anyway. I'll holler at them later. So that's what I'm saying, man. People know what's right and what ain't right. Except I don't think a lot of women do, because they like, no. I ain't trying to hear all that. I ain't trying to change. What I got to change from? He married me. He asked me to marry him. I ain't asking him to marry me.
That's how a lot of women look at it. She even said it in her question. When he pressed me to be in a committed relationship. He pressed me to be in a committed relationship.
Yeah. He was saying he all in. He said he all in and he asked me, so why he gonna go do something stupid? Because you thought he was all in. You thought his all in meant all in forever. His all in meant all in right now.
So,
and you got to keep him all in every day.
So you
why you think so many divorces
man
happen?
and woman, when it comes to that, is men are right now people and women are forever. What they've done now lasts forever, and what a man is thinking is that lasts for right now. Tomorrow should be another right now.
You trying to Dr. Phil me, man. Don't be trying to Dr. Phil me. What's wrong with you, man? Don't be trying to put me in no box. Like, no, dog, that ain't what I'm saying. People change. People change.
I guarantee you, although there are people who are not, I mean, there are women who are not commenting right now. Y'all comment. Y'all sending y'all questions. Y'all see the information at the bottom of the screen and whatnot. This is live. And we get ready to go off in a minute, but I guarantee you there is a woman who is watching this who has said, yo, that's what they thinking. So what you trying to say, Black? What you trying to say? Y'all are only right now dudes?
I just totally believe that, listen, that two people, if they're going to be in a monogamous relationship, it's just going to be them. No one else is allowed. That means there are no more ideas. There are no more nothing. They got to grow together. Then they got to be open to grow together.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if we stuck in a think tank between me and you, that think tank is going to run out. It's going to run out real quick. Okay. We have to be open to grow and learn new things and do new things together and experience that together so that we can say we created something together. But when you got one side doing all that and the other side doing something totally different, and we're not coming together, that creates a conflict to where you have a divide, and then all of a sudden, you know, what attracted don't attract no more. It repels. You become polar opposites. And I mean, I ain't no philosopher on this stuff, but I just look at the stats. Hell, over 50% of marriages end in divorce. Hell, my mom and dad got divorced. They was together for 28 years.
I'm about to say, I mean, that goes back to everybody ain't for everybody, and everybody ain't meant to be forever.
Yeah, true.
So, but what I'm saying, but when you find that person you can grow with, and that's why, Donnell, that's why I meant you can be honest and raw with. You know, be raw with that person. When you can be raw with a person, they can accept you for the rawness, but then they can also have empathy for what you are asking them. Like if your spouse wants you to do something different, if it ain't gonna kill you, it ain't gonna hurt you, do it. And I'm talking about me as a man, because everybody asks me, Black, you've been married 20 years. And everybody look at me like it's some badge of honor, but they don't understand that, look, man, I didn't have to switch off. Donnell, what you said, sometimes you got to shut them. Shut up. You know how many years I didn't shut up, man? You know how many years I didn't suppress my real true feelings and said, I mean, dog, that's why I say, when you really into a relationship, you can express, you learn, and sometimes we don't communicate. My problem is this, I don't know how to say it right. I don't know how to say it right.
But I don't know, see, when
that's my problem. I don't know how to say it right.
For me, it's, I don't know how to communicate what I'm feeling for it to be received the way you want it to be received.
What's yours, Mike? What's yours? All of them got the same story. What's yours, Mike?
Yeah.
Well, now I'm going with what Donnell said. The way that you want it to be received.
I've said something. However, what I've said is not the way you want it to be received. I've had that exact same situation.
Yeah. So ain't none of us saying it the right way. Ain't none of us saying the right way.
No.
And guess what?
But I don't know
That's
that
not,
that's a. I don't think that's a wrong in that. You said what you said. How you want the message to be
And
received is
honestly,
totally
I'll say
different.
this, and you said don't Dr. Phil you. As a relationship and marriage coach, I've done this. We've had to learn an active listening drill. And an active listening drill basically says, okay, I say something to you or you say something to me, and I reply back to you what it is that I heard you say. So if you say the sky was blue, I reply back to you, okay, babe, what I heard you say was the sky is purple. And you say, no, 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 no. That's not what I said. What I said was the sky is blue. It's like, but okay, but I keep hearing you say the sky is purple. So it's like what I heard you say versus what you actually are saying. It's the active listening drill that we do in coaching. Active listening.
okay. Yeah,
About for the
I did that
same
drill
thing you
like
said
8 times. I did.
about, and I think a lot of times. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot of times. Sometimes it's all about pitch, tone, and
And
delivery too.
timing. And
You're
timing,
right.
Oh,
You're
Donnell.
right. You're
And
okay.
right. You're
timing
right.
when you say stuff. Pitch, tone, delivery,
Mhm.
and timing.
Yep.
Because if you tell me something and I'm not in the mood to hear it,
You might as well
exactly.
not have been said.
So I put it like this. I take it like this, man. I put it like this. And y'all know I'm about to go back to sports, man. My best coaches that I had in my life, they were open and honest and told me point blank what it is and what it ain't. And I trusted what they said. I didn't make no interpretations. I didn't heard a coach tell me, son, you're lower than well shit. And what he was saying, you don't, sometimes you can't take it at that point, but you reflect on it, you be like, you know what, he's trying to make me better, man. And you get to a point to where I think in a relationship, you got to get to a point, it don't matter how it's said, when it's said, where it's said, you got to be the person when you are in that relationship, you reflect on what it said and trust your partner that the reason it was said because it was necessary. That's why I think that's when you get true relationships that's working, no matter what. And I'm gonna tell you one thing, man. My best friend in life, man. My best friend in life, we've been together since first grade. We call each other cousins because we got distant cousins that married each other. We got together because we got into a fight, man. And I remember it was like it was in the first grade. And two people we were around some people, they put us up to fight each other. He knew it was wrong. I ain't want to fight him. He ain't want to fight me. He fought me, but I ain't fight back. And he whooped my tail. I ran home and told my mom and dad, and they was like, what you doing in here? Get up out of here. They told me what I need to hear. I understood what they said. Get up out of here, go back out there. I went back out there, opened the door. Guess who was standing at the door? My best friend. He was standing at the door. He said, man, I'm sorry. I was wrong. That wasn't right. Since that day, A1 day one. He know who he is. I ain't got to call him name. We've been together. And so sometimes, man, you can't say it the right way. You just got to do it the right way, man. You got to trust that that person is there for you. If you in a relationship where you think everything your spouse say is detrimental or something like that, it ain't good, man. It ain't good. Somehow y'all gotta break that. And I ain't saying you
Together
as
as a
one
couple.
person, but
Yeah.
together,
Yeah.
y'all gotta come to an understanding that if I say something to you, it's for us. It's not being selfish because of me. And if you can't ever get there, we can talk all night.
And I know we got to wrap up
It
in a
ain't
minute,
going nowhere.
but I definitely understand what you're saying. I know earlier Carmel made a comment. If we're best friends, that we should be comfortable to be our true selves around one another. And I honestly feel sentiment behind that, because if I chose you and you chose me, then I should be able to trust the words that come out of your mouth are not meant to harm me, but are meant to help me. And so if you don't feel that, if you feel like everything that I say is offensive and I'm trying to go out to hurt you or making a purpose or an intent to cause harm to you, then like you said, Black, we got more to talk about than what's on surface level.
Right.
Yep. Right.
All right, fellas.
So look,
Yes.
y'all. Tune in. What time tomorrow?
Wednesday, 8
Tomorrow.
8 p.m.
Tomorrow.
Eastern time on RETV. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button on your YouTube videos. Go ahead and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Millionaire Man Cave. This dude is crazy. Millionaire Man Cave is in the building.
I am. Everybody know it.
This is the live after show question of the week version. Y'all heard the question of the week. Y'all will get our real answers tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern time on Millionaire Man Cave Relationship Entertainment Television. Don't forget, share this with your friends, share this with your family, share this with whomever, your neighbors, everybody, because y'all know how we do a Millionaire Man Cave. We get an opportunity to go in and answer your questions and your comments and your stuff live on air. On Tuesdays, but Wednesdays y'all get to hear what really went down in Man Cave. So again, I got to give a thank you to my man Mike, my man Black, and our special guest Darnell, who's in the building with us. And we will catch y'all next week. We appreciate y'all. Peace.
Peace.